got a question. Why do we have some good months and some bad months? You know, revenue hills and valleys. How do we smooth it out?
It could be a performance issue and it could be a market issue, right? So in a performance issue scenario, you found that sometimes your sales reps are performing at peak because they came in with energy, their last quarter went really well, and they're expecting to hit a really great quarter. And then suddenly they have a death in the family. And if you only have 2 sales reps, them taking off 2 weeks to go back home, visit, grieve, which is totally understandable, has an enormous impact on their pipeline and thus your figures for that entire quarter. So the hills and valleys could come from personal performance. It could come from adding a new team member who is dragging down some of your top performers by asking them too many questions. It could come from a host of places. It could also come from individuals who are simply not the right fit for the job, but got early wins because of inbound leads, and now we're asking them to go outbound. So a whole host of performance issues. Or it could come somewhere outside, external to the company, because the market has shifted. I had a company that I was working at where we sold a marketing service, and because of the COVID-19 pandemic, demand for that service was massive. It skyrocketed. They almost tripled sales in a couple of years. And then at the end of that pandemic period, where everyone was able to go back to events and hold other marketing activities, we lost a ton of traction in the market, even though we were one of the top brands, simply because there just wasn't that much interest in that service anymore. It had lost its place as the golden child of marketers everywhere. And then when the SaaS bubble burst and we saw that fewer and fewer companies had marketing budgets, we took another dip in terms of the search interest and willingness to pay for the product. So the external factors can have a massive impact. But what I see most often is that founders point to as many external factors as possible before referring to the potential internal factors and doing a deep dive in what could be happening inside of their company. And also accounting for, great, these things happen all the time. Markets change, intent shifts. How can we account for that? And what do we need to be doing on our sales front to be equally successful to our plan, even though the market has shifted? Do we need to be increasing our activity levels? Do we need to change what we're offering? Do we need to address that in some other way internally to account for those things, rather than just report to our board, report to our investors, hey, sorry, Gary, there was a market shift here and that's not on us.
Have sales questions you want answered? We'll be happy to give you our opinion. Send them to questions@nofluffselling.com.